So, I got surgery. OMG, are you okay? What happened? Did you get into an accident? Did you get hit by a car and get your leg amputated? Don't tell me you had to get a heart transplant. No. I actually had to get some surgery done to my mouth. Kind of confusing to explain, but basically, during my 19 years of living, I still had a singular baby tooth chilling in my mouth. It happened to be my left canine tooth, actually. Throwback to last November 2025, when I finally got my braces put on, and they told me that they would have to eventually cut away at the inside of my mouth to therefore put on a little bracket and slowly pull my adult canine tooth down because it seemed to have gotten stuck somewheres in the top of my mouth. I was low-key chill after hearing the doctor tell me all this because I was like, oh, that doesn't seem too bad. And it wasn't. Really. Not yet, at least. The pain might get worse as time goes on, but as of now, after just getting the surgery done yesterday, it actually has not been that bad. The day before the surgery, so January 19th, 2026, the doctor told me not to consume anything after 12 a.m., which I didn't, but it was really difficult because my mom decided that it was the perfect day to make and buy all my favorite foods, and I couldn't have any of them. So that was nice. Thanks, Mom. Not gonna lie, I was this close to taking a nibble a couple times, but my sister told me it could apparently mess with the anesthesia, and she's not a doctor, but I guess it makes sense. The whole 2-hour drive to the city, I kept asking dumb questions like, are they gonna give me needles? And my mom would be like, no. And my sister would be like, yes. So which is it? I told my sister that if they put a needle in the area of the opposite side of my elbow, I was dipping. And my mom was like, don't worry, they're not gonna do that. Spoiler alert, they did. Thanks, Mom, for lying to me. We got to the surgery place, and not gonna lie, the worst part about the whole day was probably the fact that I had to sit in the waiting room for like 2 hours, bored out of my mind, waiting for my turn. Then, it was time. The doctor came, and he called my name, Melissa, and that was the last time I was ever seen again. Just kidding, but they took me down to the short hallway where they had me lay in the surgical bed, or whatever you want to call it, and it finally hit me that this was the end and that I might not make it out alive, and nobody was ever going to hear from me again. I never even got to say goodbye to my cat. I don't even have a cat. That's how much Okay, so we are going to need you to take deep breaths as we put this oxygen mask on you. Then they stabbed that needle into that one part of my arm that I told you about and told me I was going to fall asleep in 20 seconds. Which was funny because I remember being fully awake and thinking like, are you serious? Bro, there's no way. I'm fully awake. Safe to say I was wrong. It actually took 5 seconds. Next thing you know, I wake up, confused, sticky, and seeing some random lady wiping my nose for me. Thanks, I guess. Turns out my nose was bleeding, which has never happened to me before, so that was something. Then I randomly started bawling my eyes out, and the lady was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm great. I don't know why I'm crying. I was then wrapped like a burrito with a bunch of gauze and ice around my face, as the lady helped me walk my clumsy ass over to my mom near the exit because I could not for the life of me get myself to stand on my own 2 feet. After 4 hours, it was finally over. And in case anyone is wondering what my mouth currently looks like, here's a professionally accurate drawing done by yours truly. Me, I'm the one that... So anyways, I got to take off a few days of work because I am currently recovering, so that's a plus. Sorry to my sister who's gonna have to go in and fill in for both our spots. Yeah! Since we had already driven all this way, my mom still wanted to run some errands, but there was no way in hell I was gonna go in any place looking as busted as I did. In fact, here's a photo. Please don't use this against me in the future. Thank you. Until like an hour later when I decided, screw this, and took off that monstrosity and just slaying away as if nothing ever happened. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I'm currently starving myself to death because I was banned from eating like 99% of food. So for the next week, I apologize in advance if I end up looking like a spooky scary skeleton from that point on. And with that said, and a bag of ice on my face that's currently giving me hypothermia as we speak, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.